there is a ton of back to the office news I want to talk about. Let's first go with this cautionary tale about when you let workers go remote. It is a tall task to bring them back to the office. So the insurance company Farmers is finding out right now the hard way because its employees are revolting after its new CEO said many of them will soon be required to come back to the office for 3 days a week, the Wall Street Journal reported. The problem is that this company last year promoted a flexible remote culture. Many of the employees took that to mean, okay, I'm going to move to a different city. I'm going to sell my car because I don't need that for a commute anymore. They spent a lot of money upgrading their home offices, and they are just super angry about having to come back to the office. Employees left more than 2,000 angry comments on the company's internal social media network, and some are threatening to quit or unionize, saying they were misled. Now, obviously, this is bad, but we want to talk about it because it's not an isolated incident. We've seen this kind of backlash with other companies that are doing a bit of a office U-turn. Disney, Amazon, and Lyft are dealing with really angry employees who were promised remote work but are now being required to return to the office at least some of the time to, executives think that this is just better overall for the company. I learned this from being a camp counselor for many years. You can always go from strict to lenient, but you cannot go the other way around because you've just set the expectation.
Yeah, no, that's the main takeaway here is you can't give them the benefit and then try to take it away. And it's so interesting because my whole perspective on this has shifted since coming into an office. It's so bad, but I kind of see where it's coming from, where it is so much better, especially in our line of work where creativity and collaboration is actually very important. That's where I always think it falls a little flat is the Farmers Insurance CEO is saying that's why we're coming back to the office to increase creativity and collaboration in insurance. Like it just doesn't seem as, I don't know. I can see it for Disney, for instance. That makes a lot more sense. So you just feel duped though when you say
it's all about communication.
Right.
I mean, you can debate the merits of office work or not in office work, but it is all about what executives are saying and how they back it up. Speaking of PR disasters, Salesforce wants to get its employees back into the office. Its CEO, Mark Benioff, has had a complete U-turn. He said, early in the pandemic, he was like, oh, remote work is great. And now he said that the employees that he hired for remote work were less productive than the ones in office. So they're doing this fundraising initiative called Connect for Good, and they're donating $10 to a local charity for each day an employee comes into the office between June 12th and June 23rd. This got a lot of backlash for, being called emotionally manipulative of workers to say like, hey, if you don't, this child is going to go hungry if you don't come back to the office.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous too, because the workers are like, just give us the money and we'll decide to donate to charity. Don't do it on our behalf. So yeah, you're seeing these PR nightmares. One final thing on this return to office debate, Martha Stewart weighed in, came in kind of from the top rope. She's everywhere. You can't escape her. In a recent interview with Footwear News, she said, you can't possibly get everything done working 3 days a week in the office and 2 days remotely. That was her baseline stance. And then she just ricochet shot at France for some reason. She goes, look at the success of France and their stupid, off for August, blah, blah, blah. This is a direct quote. That's not a very thriving country. So it's just funny that people just have these very, very deep-seated feelings about the office, especially when you came from a generation where it wasn't an option at all. So
I would just keep my mouth shut about this if I'm a public figure. But she kind of does have a point with France. If you have friends with anybody who works with Europe, they will tell you that you cannot get in touch with anyone over the summer. They just don't work over the summer.
I love it. I love it.
It's amazing for work-life balance, but our America's GDP is a lot higher than this, so I'll just say that.
True that. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you want more Morning Brew Daily, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also check out the rest of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes drop at 7 a.m. Eastern Monday through Friday, and you can email us at morningbrewdaily@morningbrew.com.